Hi, everybody. It's Jennifer from Tarle Speech with your weekly masterclass. Today, we are talking about the W sound in American English. So, this masterclass will be presented every week this year, and I will be teaching every American consonant and vowel sound and common combinations like consonant clusters and blends so that you can become more confident in your speaking. So today we are talking about the W sound, and for the rest of the week, I will be posting follow along practice. These are videos that I've had for years that I'm finally posting for free to all of you out there. They are available for purchase on the iTunes store as sort of a compilation. So you can check those out if you are interested. I also have follow along pronunciation guides on Google Play and Teachers Pay Teachers, and these have embedded audio for you to practice with me. If you are listening on a podcast, you can jump on over to YouTube to see all of the word lists and also to do the follow along practice. Okay, so without further ado, let's jump right in to the W sound. Okay, this is the phonetic transcription. Easy breezy, it is the letter W. All right, how do we spell the W sound? Please keep in mind that in English, spelling does not always correlate to pronunciation. So a word may be spelled one way, and for those of you who come from a language background where spelling always is the pronunciation, please keep in mind we do have variations in English, and we have some good ones here. So, of course, when you see the W letter, we are going to pronounce it as the W sound. Ooh, ooh, wife. When you have a WH, we are not going to pronounce the H. We are just going to say the W. Why? You watched my class on the H sound. We do have a WH that we pronounce as an H sound, and we see that in the word who. Some of you out there may be thinking, especially if you are a native English speaker from America, sometimes I hear people say why with a little bit of an H. Yes, that is an acceptable pronunciation. However, I am hearing that less and less, and it is very regional. So go ahead, say that if you prefer. There is nothing wrong with that. But for today, I am just going to be teaching this as just a straight W without that breathiness, as a W in Y when it is spelled with a W and an H. When we see this very common letter combination, QU, we will say the KW sound, quick. I'm sorry, quit, quit, quit. So the QU most of the time is pronounced KW, like in quit. And then we have the letter O in a very common word, one. And we actually say that with the W sound, one. So the number one and I won the game, WON, those are pronounced the same way. Those are homophones. If you are interested in more homophones, I post one every Tuesday on a 2 for Tuesday homophone lesson. And you can find the playlist for homophones or all of my 2 for Tuesday lessons on my Tarle Speech homepage on YouTube. So check that out if you're interested. It's a great way to learn vocabulary and work on your reading and pronunciation at the same time. All right, what are we going to do with our mouth? We are going to have puckered lips. That's like you're blowing a kiss. And we are going to pucker the lips for this W sound. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Now, for those of you out there who confuse W and V, so the W sound is one, and that is with the puckered lips, okay? Wah, wah, wah. If you say the V sound and you say V instead, that is when your lips are pulled back and you are gently touching your teeth to the inside or the outside of the bottom lip. So the W here is puckered lips. Whoa. When you pucker your lips, there's not really many places for your tongue to go. So it's just sort of flat in the middle of your mouth. It is not touching the teeth. One. The airflow is just going to continue out of the mouth and your voice box is on. One, one, one. The W sound is also a semi-vowel, so it's a little bit like a vowel and a little bit like a consonant sound. Okay, let's do some practice. So I'm going to say all of the words. I just want you to listen, and then I will let you take a turn. I will say the word, you can repeat after me, and then I'll say the whole list, and you can try the whole list. Again, if you're listening to this on a podcast, head on over to YouTube if you want to follow along with the written words and to see my mouth. Okay, ready to listen? Here we go. One, once, went, while, water. Snowing, power, away, someone, require. All right. Now, I do not have any words to practice when we have the sound at the end of the word, and that is because the W sound does not occur at the end of a word. Some of you may be asking, what about the word snow? Technically, that is the O vowel, snow. I do not say snow with a W sound. It's just the O, snow. It is spelled with the W sound at W letter, but we do not pronounce that extra W sound. Okay, so repeat after me. One, once, went, while, water. Snowing, power, away, someone, require. Okay, one more thing. I know someone's going to ask this. Snowing. We have sort of that co-articulation there, and we are going to move from the snow to the ing. And as we do that, because our mouth moves from the pucker for the O to pulled back for that I sound, as we move from one sound to the other, we are going to add that W sound because it's sort of connecting and it's just our mouth moving and the airflow continues out. So we do have snowing, like we're saying like the wing of a bird. But at the end of the word, if we just had the word snow, we just have the O sound. All right. So let's give these a try again. I'm going to say the whole list. One, once, went, while, water. You give it a try. Snowing, power, away, someone, require. Let's try those one more time. List number one, once, went, while, water. And in the middle, snowing, power, away, someone, require. All right, how did you do? I'm sure you did great. Let's move on to some sentences. Again, just listen. Where will Will watch the World Cup? Where will Will watch the World Cup? Once upon a time, someone went for a walk. Once upon a time, someone went for a walk. All right, repeat after me. Sentence number one. Where will Will watch The World Cup. Where will watch the World Cup? Where will watch the World Cup? Where will watch the World Cup? That was a tough one, and that's not a tongue twister. So good job, everybody. And number two, once upon a time, someone went for a walk. Once upon a time, someone went for a walk. Once upon a time, someone went for a walk. How did you do, everybody? I hope you did well. All right, we are finished for today. Thank you for being here. Please join me tomorrow for follow along practice and join me every day this year to celebrate 20 years in business in 2025. I will be posting a new lesson or follow along practice or a short every day this year. Yes, lucky you. So please join me for that. Thank you so much for being here, everyone. Have an amazing day.